Assalamualaikum everybody. I'm Nuraida from PPIS Family Service Centre East.
And I am Nabila Bagarit from PPIS Family Therapy Institute.
How are you, Nabila?
How are you, Aida? Selamat Hari Raya!
Oh, Selamat Hari Raya to everybody.
Selamat Hari Raya, everybody. How is everybody at home?
And how has Hari Raya been for everybody?
I think this year for me, Raya is really one of a kind. I think it is really different. I think we have to acknowledge that that it has been so different that it's really something out of the ordinary.
Unprecedented.
Unprecedented, for sure. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. So, you know what really amazed me though? It was when, even though with all these things that's happened, with all the restrictions that's happening, our families maintain connection with one another. Our families have come together across all kinds of different social media platforms to maintain the relationship.
I agree with you. I think this year for my Raya, I think especially for my grandparents who's a lot older, they actually was really surprised and happy that we were able to connect in the social media platforms with family members, not just in Singapore, but also in other countries as well. So I think that added a bit more light and fun. And I think what's so amazing and heartwarming to see is that, you know, everybody was dressing up for Raya.
Yeah,
and we were all color coordinated and we were sharing, hey, masak apa hari ni? What did you have for Raya? And I think that was just heartwarming to see how, despite the struggles, despite the challenges that we're having right now, we still strive to maintain that connection and show love towards each other.
Yeah, that's most important, isn't it? With all the restrictions that's happening right now, sometimes it's easy for us to forget. It's easy for us to forget the love, you know. But I think what's most important is that we need to remember our family play a very important role in developing our resilience, in developing their resilience, and in ensuring that our relationships matter.
For sure. I think, you know, the maintaining the relationship and the connection that we make via phone calls, using all the social media platforms. I think I'm really grateful that Singapore's internet connection is pretty decent.
Yeah.
Right? And I think what I found that we need to continue doing, you know, because after this we have to acknowledge that we might not go back, or I think we won't go back to how it was before this whole pandemic started.
You know, as we go on, today is, you know, we are approaching the end of circuit breaker. What are some things that we as families need to keep in mind as we go through this end of circuit breaker period?
Yeah, I think at this point in time we need to acknowledge, right? We need to have some affirmation that things will not be as how it was, right? And we need to even develop maybe a newer normal than how it has been. I think the key word for me is transition. We have been in transition from pre-CB, now in circuit breaker, now we're going to end circuit breaker, and we honestly might not know what will happen even after this. We might even have stricter laws, for example, that might be implemented that we are not sure about. So what I think is important is we need to affirm that these are the uncertainties and the anxieties that we might have, or even family members might have with each other.
But Nabila, how do we affirm? How do we show affirmations to our family members?
Right. I think that's a very important question. Some things on top of my mind is that we can, you know, begin to say maybe encouraging words. We can communicate with a bit more compassion. You know, saying like, you know, I know that this is a bit scary. I know we are a bit more stressed out, but I think this is something we can go through together. What about you, Aida?
You know, one of the things that I'm thinking about is sometimes we as the elder parents, we hope for our children to come and visit us. And when our children don't come to visit us, we feel maybe sometimes neglected or isolated or a little bit sad. But in this period, in this time, I think it's important to remember that when they don't come to visit you, they are trying to keep you safe. And when they're trying to keep you safe, maybe this is a time to affirm their efforts and say, hey, thank you for keeping me safe.
Yeah. I think some of the things that we need to avoid actually are saying things like, hey, you're not coming to visit me this year, or even maybe inciting, hey, you know, usually this person would come and visit us, but how come they're not visiting? I think those kinds of words are actually not warranted and actually might not be helpful in terms of continuing the relationship or even mawadah in the families.
You know what's the thing that comes to mind as you say that? It's this idea of being compassionate. This idea of communicating with each other with compassion, within all across the struggles, across the restrictions that we're facing.
For sure. I think that comes to the second thing that we might also want to share, that we also need to learn how to attend to each other, right? Especially given that, you know, we may be hearing some maybe not so good words, right? Or we may be going through certain stresses. So different family members have different struggles.
And there are so many rumors that comes through our social media feeds and
Tell me
WhatsApp
about
feeds.
it, right?
Yeah, and sometimes you don't know whether it is real or not real news.
Yeah, I think I've heard this past few weeks, maybe circuit breaker might even be extended.
Yeah.
Right, and that is just causing panic for no reason, right? But I know for sure, even if circuit breaker is extended, I know our government is doing what they think is the best for us to be safe at all times.
But I think if your family member is feeling panicky or feeling upset or don't know what's happening, uncertain, it's time for you to attend to their needs, attend to those feelings. Make sure, tell them that these feelings are real, the struggles are real, and tell them that we will ride through this together.
Yeah, and I think this is the point where we can actually call for help. I think there are a lot of agencies, PPIS included, that actually offer services even during the circuit breaker time. I think for me, myself, we have been adapting to having sessions with our clients online, and I think it's not that bad. So I think through the screen, we have learned to still be able to hold space for our clients, and also even as colleagues, having all these meetings. I think it's the new norm, and I think we've adapted to it very well.
And that's the other thing that we think is important as families move towards this circuit breaker period, is to be able to adapt to the new challenges, adapt to the new restrictions, to the new normal, because we have done that.
We have done that.
As we move towards circuit breaker, there are so many things that's happening, and we have adapted. And I think we need to continue adapting across this period.
And I think it's amazing that we have adapted through the many, subhanAllah, many changes in this short period of time, right? And I think what we sometimes may forget is to appreciate. We may need to appreciate, we may forget to appreciate even ourselves, that has gone through these different adaptations, and also maybe family members who have to work around different, other family members. I think space is also a concern, right? One person wanting to do HBL, another person have a meeting, another person. So I think a lot of these negotiations have been done, and sometimes I think we forget to appreciate, our mom, dad, grandparents, even children, for giving us space. So I think that is something that we need to continue nurturing and developing with each other in the family members.
I think, with all these things that we have been talking about, I think one of the things that I'm reminded of, or one of the things that I think the circuit breaker provide, is an opportunity for us. It is an opportunity for us to relearn and learn how we can negotiate relationships, how we can make our relationships matter, how you can share how you feel with one another. You can relearn how to make connection, how to communicate with the compassion.
I agree with you 100%, right? And I think what we need to remember is, I think, like I said earlier on, there may be other laws in place, but I think what's important is to know that we need to have love above law. I think that's in relation to what we're sharing today, the concept of mawaddah, which is, a combination of love, connection, nurture, trust, mutual learning, all these, are elements of mawaddah. And we need to remember this as we, prepare ourselves and adapt to the newer norm that can happen after the circuit breaker is over.
Sometimes I hear mawaddah and I think that it's such a huge concept that I don't understand this issue of mawaddah ni apa benda. I don't understand it, and I think it's hard for me to have that. But I think we need to realize that mawaddah is as simple as giving a smile to your loved ones. Just saying to them, you got this, you're fine.
Or even saying like, hey, how are you today?
Yeah.
Right? Do you need anything else that that can make you a bit more comfortable? Or even like those little hugs, for example, that we can give to each other.
Social distancing.
But inside the house among family members, you can still do that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right. So with that, I think you've been wondering why are we holding this in our hands, right? So this is something that PPIS have actually worked diligently on to come and have, for example, a booklet that is actually available on our website at www.ppis.sg. You can go on the website and this will be available online. Hopefully, we may be able to print this and distribute it. That's the hope at least, but in the meantime, you can access this online and it has a lot of tips.
What's inside, there's a lot of tips and information about what we can do in riding through the circuit breaker, in looking out for the new normal.
Yeah, so
And there are
like you see,
activities that you can do together with your family.
exactly. What are some of these activities, Aida?
I think there's drawing activities and there's a family project that you can do together.
Right. I mean, these are just some examples that we will give you, but otherwise, I think some families have already done that. I've seen a lot of bakers coming out of this, cooking
Yes.
together, making bread, doing a lot of art projects together. So I think those things have kept us sane and can continue to keep us sane and connected in our families.
Yes. So, please keep a lookout for this. You can access it and it's free, and you can do the activities and you can understand more about what we were talking about today.
Yeah, we also have, like today, we're talking about Mawaddah, is in here, right? So with that, I think we just want to affirm again, right? We want to let you know that we want to affirm you that whatever that we have gone through, we'll get through it together, right? And we will continue to adapt. I think we all have the capacity to adapt through the multiple transitions that we will be putting through, and I think we need to appreciate. I think I appreciate you for being
I
here.
appreciate you.
Right, thank you. So, and I appreciate all our family members and our viewers who are actually taking the time to watch this with us.
Yes, thank you for allowing us to share our thoughts and share our feelings and share what we think about Mawaddah.
Right. Alright. So with that, salam Syawal and selamat Hari Raya.